G'day, my name is DK from DK Plays. I hope you're having a fantastic day no matter where you are in the world. Today we are going to build ourselves an all mobs farm. Well, all the ones that we can fit into one farm. It's going to be fun, it's going to be interesting, it's going to be a little bit frustrating, but we'll figure it out and we will show you how we figured it out a little bit later. So let's get into building it. Well, welcome back after seems like an age of AFK at this spot. It's been about 14 hours. I've only got 5 rockets left, so I've got to go and find out how it is performed in that time. So let's go on down and see. Obviously, I haven't put a. Oh, still got things landing on it. Oh, we can't land on it. Oh, let's see how. Well, at least we're going to have some rockets. That's good. Better. That's better again. That's quite good as well. All right, now there was issues when I was building this, and I'll run through them with you in a second. Okay. Over here onto this big sand block, which is a bit of a spoiler for the next episode. But usually I do the Mumbo Jumbo Razor mob farm, and I thought I'd do this one this time instead. Now I did have issues with it when I was building, and the issues were a bit annoying to say the least. So there's a slight difference between Java and Bedrock when it comes to certain redstone bits. So, oh, I thought I had a crafting table. Anyway, not to worry. I'll go grab it in a few minutes. Now, as I said, there was a couple of issues with this when I was building it that I had to overcome. Basically, it's exactly the same design. The only thing is the dispensers in the middle were a little bit different. So I'm going to jump over into a creative world where it'll be easy for me to show you the difference between what happens in the Java edition and what happens in the Bedrock edition. And I believe that the Xbox One is Bedrock edition. So I'll meet you over there in a second. Okay, so here we are in the creative world, and I've just set up this is the way that Java does it. You've got your observer, you've got your dispenser in the floor, you've got your observer with the dispenser above it. That has a bucket in it. That has a bucket in it, and then it has a dispenser above, which gets triggered by this repeater getting powered. So this is the setup for Java that I've seen so many times for that type of farm. And when you turn this on in Bedrock, you get nothing. Absolutely nothing. So nothing happens. Now, in Java, this observer can power through the air block and trigger this dispenser. Alright? In Bedrock, it doesn't work like that. So we have to change this setup. So over here, we have pretty much the same thing, except it's the other way around, right? So now we've got a dispenser above the observer. So the observer is looking at this dispenser. When it gets triggered, let's see what happens when it gets triggered. So I've just got two of them in there. So we'll send the power around. And what happens this time is we get water, as we should. And then as it comes back around again, it sucks the water back up. So this is what you see in the farms that are being built for Java. This is what we need to do to have the same farm in Bedrock, or at least on the Xbox One. Turn that off. So it's not a big deal, but it can be very frustrating if you have built your farm like this and you're on Xbox. And I'm assuming it will be the same for the PlayStation, but I can't 100% guarantee. But this is what you see in Java all the time. So if you're building a farm like this one and it's not working, it's not dispensing the water, try change it to be the other way up. So your dispenser is above the observer, and give that a go. And I would suggest coming into a test world like this and just setting it up and see which one actually works for you. Because I've built this farm 3 or 4 times in my worlds and I could never get it working, and just this time I paid a bit more attention to how they were building on the tutorial that I watched. Actually, I watched quite a few tutorials because once I built the farm and this didn't work, I wanted to see, was I making a mistake and putting these the wrong way up, or what was going on? But yeah, from what I can see, this is the setup that's in all of the farms that have tutorials. But this is the setup that actually works. So it's just upside down. Alright, so on that farm over there, it has the dispenser where that observer is, and the observer where that dispenser is. That's the only difference. It's just up the other way. And that fixed the problem. So now I can use that farm. So let's go back to the other world and I'll see you over there in a second. So here we are on top of the farm. My name is DK from DK Plays. I hope you've had an absolutely fantastic day. Please come back and join me for the next episode